Top of the day to you, great Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. This is a new message to us all that the Biafra Republic government in exile and its cabinet are actively working for the Biafran people, and you can see by their actions and their inactions that they are in the right direction and the right path. So yesterday they have enacted and approved certain decrees, which part of them these three that I'm about to bring to you. One is that the establishment of the Biafra Federal Reserve Act, March 2024. Then the second one is the establishment of the Bank of Biafra Act of the February 2024. This is a replacement of the decree of number 3 of 1967. Then the third and not the last is the establishment of the Biafra Digital Currency Act of March 2024, which is also going to be known as a Biafran coin. So we are going to be giving detailed analysis on these three decrees that have been made, and we'll tell you the importance of these decrees and tell you why they are important at this point and the reason why the Biafra government has, chosen to act in this way. People must begin to think deep. You cannot just look at an information and just take it the way it is, superficial, just like that. It is not done anywhere. So it is good that we bring you the information and give you a deep analysis into why these things are done this way and why it is best for these things to be done in this way. Let us move into the proper analysis of today. Welcome once more to this wonderful channel. If you have not subscribed to this wonderful family, kindly click on the red subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that whenever we post any information, you are going to be part of those who will get that information. And then always like and share our videos widely. It is very important for you to share so that this message gets to everyone that it needs to get to. This message goes viral, this message goes wide, because this is a message of liberation. This is a message of freedom. This is a message of change, positive change in the right direction, and so we must do all in our capacity, in our power, to ensure that this message is viral, this message is shared to everyone that it needs to get to, so that people will be informed, because if you are not informed, you are definitely deformed. So the first to be discussed today is the establishment of the Federal Reserve Act. Now let us give ourselves a detailed information or a detailed knowledge about Federal Reserve. Now, what are the three major duties of the Federal Reserve? One is that it is for the maintaining and effective reliable payment system. So it is used for maintaining an effective and reliable payment system. So whatever we are discussing as Federal Reserve, we are discussing money, Biafran money. So the first duty of Federal Reserve is to maintain an effective, reliable payment system. Second is supervising and regulating bank operations. This Federal Reserve is responsible for supervising and regulating bank operations. Then the last function of the Federal Reserve is establishing monetary policies. They are responsible for establishing monetary policies. This is how the money is going to be spent. This is how the money is going to be used. This is the amount of money that will be in circulation. Monetary policies. Monetary policies. So this is the first act that was approved by the Biafra Republic government in exile cabinet, and we will go into the second act now. So the second decree that was approved by the Biafra cabinet is the establishment of the Bank of Biafra Act. And this Bank of Biafra Act is a replacement of the decree number 3 of 1967. Our fathers, our grandfathers, our uncles who fought for Biafra in 1967, they did something, which is what they call the decree number 3 of 1967. What is that decree? The decree says that the bank carried out, now it says, an early institution created by the Biafra government was the Bank of Biafra, accomplished under decree number 3 of 1967. And what is that decree? The decree says the bank carried out all central banking functions, including the administration of foreign exchange and the management of the public debt of the republic. So what it did was this establishment of the Bank of Biafra Act is just a replacement of this act that was approved in 1967 by our fathers during the Biafra War. And so we have a new act and improved policies that will help today's Biafra restoration. And so this is where we are today, and these are the very important things. This is why we must follow people who are reasoning fine and who are in line with true cause of Biafra. Have you seen that this is what our fathers did then, and nobody is talking about doing it or creating it now until the government came in place, and now they are doing these things. They are putting things in place, and they are making changes and correcting those areas where there was faults, where there were loopholes. They have corrected, especially the place of the waterways. We now have Biafra Navy who are fighting tirelessly to ensure that our waterways are protected and we have access to whatever we want to get internationally, anytime, any day. And this is one very major aspect, and they are working tirelessly now to ensure that the airspace is also controlled. And this is what the government is doing, and this is what Biafra Republic government in SI, the Prime Minister Simon Eba Njoku, is doing to ensure that we are completely ready for Biafra. We are completely ready for Biafra, and that is why you see them complaining, running up and down. When you hear this man, what's his name, the Vice President of Nigeria, saying that Biafra people or the Southeast is needed for growth, economic growth of Nigeria, that without the Southeast there will be no economic growth of Nigeria, it does not mean that. What it means is that they need to subjugate you more because you are needed for the Nigerian project. So your subjugation is needed, and they have discovered that the subjugation is no longer working, that there is a new sheriff in town, being the Prime Minister of the Federal Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa. They are now fighting tirelessly to ensure that these things, that they control the area again, and that is why they have created that peace, whatever in Southeast. These are nonsense. They didn't think about this peace stuff since when they were buying innocent people, when they did not allow people to protest and say their mind, where they do not allow people to air their views. It is now when the people have risen up, to fight and defend themselves and to ensure that this kind of carnage does not take place again. They now come out to say they want peace. They are now organizing peace and peace, whatever. Do not listen to them. We are close to our freedom, and it is time we must get this freedom once and for all and end all these subjugations and all this carnage, this mindless carnage. So we will go into the last phase and the last act that was approved. The last on our list is the Biafra Coin. It says that the Biafra government has voted for the establishment and approval of the Biafra Coin Act of 2024. And so what does this act try to tell us? This act tries to tell us that the Biafra coin has been approved, and then they are going to have a digital coin. This is a digital currency. It's not a physical currency. It is a digital currency, and it's going to be called Biafra Coin, and it is expected that the Biafran people patronize, and immediately it is done and confirmed, the Biafran people can find the means to buy this coin and have them. So in all, what we are trying to say is that it is important that these things are done. Some people would lie to you, some people will try to deceive you. Yeah, you don't have your country yet, but you are trying to have bank, you are trying to have currency, and this. They do not understand the Biafra liberation, the Biafra movement. They do not understand what Biafra means entirely. When our fathers fought and they decided that because of the hunger and the children who were dying because of hunger, they decided to end the battle. Not because they lost the battle, but they decided on their own to end the battle. And then everybody who had millions and billions in their accounts were given just 20 pounds. They were given just 20 pounds. And this is what the Biafra government wants to correct now, so that people would buy this coin and save it. Then the Biafra government will have access to it and save it for you, so that immediately the declaration of Biafra starts, they cannot subjugate you again for the second time. They cannot cage you with 20 pounds for the second time. Your money will be saved somewhere, completely safe, that anything that happens, you have access to your full money again. Whatever is the outcome, you still have access to your full money. You can access your money at any time. So this is what the Biafra government is trying to prevent any form of, subjugation of the people, harassment of the people through monetary means and monetary policies. So this is why these things are very, very important, and people need to understand and key into the fact. That is why we always say, if you are not informed, you are deformed. Because if you don't know these things and you don't know what happened before, you may not know why they are doing these things, and you may not know the reason why certain things are being done now. So when you see Simon Ekpa doing things, just know that he has read, he has understood, and he is fighting in line with what is best for the Biafran people. And that is why he has cabinet members, and these cabinet members are also bringing in advice and also helping in the approval of this act. And so we must, as a people, continue to support them and continue to give them every support that they need. Everything boils down to financial aid. They need the financial aid to do these things. To create this coin and to put it in the exchange is not an easy task to do. So we must find a way to help them, and we must do that. It is not just helping them, we are helping ourselves, because this country is our own country. It is our own thing. It is for the betterment of our own people and our generations to come. And that is why it is pertinent for us to also know that we must support the Biafra government in exile. Thank you so much for listening. Share this widely and ensure it gets to everyone that it needs to get to. Thank you so much. We appreciate your kind words of encouragement. We have seen words of encouragement. We appreciate that wonderfully well, and we want to say thank you to you, and we will continue to serve you well. We continue to bring you the right information. We continue to bring you nothing but truth and facts. Thank you for listening. Biafra first.